It's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southwestern Ontario, Canada, and I want to welcome you to my Monday morning live. Thank you so much for joining me. Please say hello when you join in. Let me know where you're coming from. I love to hear from you. I love to interact with you. And if you wouldn't mind doing me a huge favor and clicking that subscribe button below, as well as the notification bell, so you don't miss any future videos from me. Alrighty, happy 4th of July to all of my American friends and followers. And again, happy belated Canada Day to all my Canadian friends and followers. Canada Day was on Friday, and we had a fabulous, relaxing weekend up at the cottage, Brad, Maisie, and I. I hope the rest of you did as well. Had a great weekend. And our American friends, they are off today as their long weekend continues. Okay, I'm going to flip you around, and I have to just share onto my other platforms, so give me just one moment. We're going to flip the camera and flip this. Hold just one moment while we adjust everything. All right, so get you adjusted here. So I had hoped to go live on Friday on Canada Day with a catalog walkthrough. However, sorry, I am just trying to get you, just scoot you over a bit. The internet at the cottage was absolutely horrible. So yeah, it was pretty bad. All right, so I'm clicking on here, clicking on there. Okay, and I'm bringing you up. Yeah, the internet was just terrible. So I couldn't go live and share, so oops. Okay, come on. Where's my volume? Yes, the internet, sorry about that. The internet was very bad, as I thought it might be, because of the fact that there was a lot of people up in the cottage area, and there we go. We don't, when it's that busy with people, you just don't get, you don't get a good signal or anything like that. So, all right. I think I have everything up. Okay, so good morning, Jeannie, Anne, and Marilyn. Thank you so much for joining me. Yay, I can open this catalog. All right, so we are just going to zoom you in just slightly. There we go. Yay, we can open up this catalog. We are going to be creating with Ringed with Nature, the bundle. So this has got the hybrid embossing folder. I also used the Time Worn Type 3D embossing folder. And the sending dies. This little die here, the smaller of the two label dies, fit my sentiment perfectly. And I'm also using this can be found on page 62 of the holiday catalog. Yes, I know technically it is called the July to December mini catalog, but you know what? To this old gal, it is forever going to be the holiday mini. So, all right, so here it is on page 62. It's a photopolymer stamp set, and it's the Tree Rings Hybrid Embossing folder. I'll show you that in a second. And then I love it when Stampin' Up! Does this. So in the celebration brochure that goes to the end of August, They have coordinating paper that goes with this bundle, and that is what we're going to be using today. This is gorgeous, gorgeous paper. And this stamp set, although it has a Merry Christmas, it also has Happy Anniversary, Thinking of You, Just for You, Get Well Soon, Love and Warmth. And the images are quite versatile, I think, because what I created today, I created this last week. I have a funny story to tell you. So this is the card I created. You can see the embossing folder back here, and this is the gorgeous Ringed with Love paper. And here is the die cut that I used with the hybrid embossing folder. My house is mint macaron. This is my son and his wife's anniversary card. I created this card last week. They have an adorable century home. It's a little bungalow, yellow brick bungalow, but the front of it is this really nice board and batten type of front porch that is in the whole front of the house. That's what you see. And it is like a mint green. Well, guess what? This weekend they painted it. So their house is no longer, when you first see it, it's no longer the mint macaron kind of green. It is a stone gray. So anyways, I thought it was so funny. Here I had customized the card specifically for them with their adorable little house, and now their house is a different color, but that's okay. So I think that's kind of funny. So anyway, let's get creating. Okay, so the hybrid embossing folder, that I have this is the paper I'm using in it. So this is the dies. These are the dies. Now, it also has this, you can die cut out each one of those, come on, each one of those rings separately, the tree rings, or you could do it all together. And I know my tree ring behind is white on my card, but I did that on purpose. I wanted it to just be a subtle type of thing instead of real like a brown or something like that. So, alrighty. So what you do is, oh, I still have a piece of paper in there from before. Okay, so I'm going to put my paper in so that it covers, and this slides in your die like so, and we're just going to make sure that it is adjusted. I need to bring this up just a smidge more and move this out of the way so that I can get this, because this is the one I want, this ring right here. But if I'm going to do one ring, I might as well do 3, right? So, and then I'm just going to adjust this slightly, and you can see we're in here, we're lined up, and we are going to bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And because this is a hybrid, it's a thicker, you only use the number 4 and the number 1 for your plates. So we slide this in just like so, crank it through, and there we have, I was a little high, but that's okay. So there we have, as you can see, our tree rings. So this is the one I want, and then I've got these two here that are full, and these two here are partial. Oh, we didn't cut quite through on that piece. These two here are partial that you could attach. I'm just going to follow that line and cut that out. There we go. You could attach this to a side of your card type of thing so that it is just peeking out, and you could cut that off type of dealio. All right, you can also like take your blending brushes to color these to add some different color and texture, or your Stampin' blends, whatever you want. But isn't that cool? So cool. So without it, it does fit in, you can see, without that cardstock. There we have it. It is in there, snug as a bug. So, and then you can also just emboss. This could be just your embossed background. So let's get that out of the way. And we are going to bring in our Pierce mat. And you could stamp this all together, but sorry, we're doing a little bit of fussy cutting. I stamped it separately. Now I have already stamped and fussy cut out my 3 hearts. So our house is mint macaron. Oh, and that did not, there's a fuzzy or something on there. Let's try that again. I do have extra paper right here, and I'm using thick basic white cardstock because I find that close that up. I find that it's got more stability for doing your fussy cutting. So that's why I like to use the thick instead of the regular. Okay, and there's our roof in the crumb cake. And then we're going to stamp our happy anniversary. Just down slightly. So what does everybody think of the mini catalog and the celebration brochure? I am going to suggest that you purchase your top items that you absolutely really want right away because of back orders. I mean, I don't think, when I checked last night, I didn't have a chance to check this morning. When I checked last night, there was none of the new products were on back order yet. However, as we all know, as the season approaches for doing your crafting for the holidays and that, things do sell out and go on back order. So I'm just taking my Post-it tape to hold this in place. Yeah, things do go on back order, and in my opinion, it's better to have the product you really want and have it wait for you to be ready to craft with it, to create with it. Have it sitting there waiting. I think that is better than waiting to purchase it and then being ready to purchase it and it not being in stock and having to wait till it gets back in stock. And we all know with shipping these days, you just never know when things will come back in stock. All right, so there's our happy anniversary. Okay, so let's bring in our silicone craft sheet. Now, all of the instructions or all of the measurements can be found on my blog, which will go live about 10-ish minutes after we are done here. All right, so again, my cardstock of choice for my base is always the thick basic white, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. But don't worry, all of those measurements will be found on my blog post when we are all done. I will put the, oh, I don't think I remembered to get my glue out. I will put the link in the description box below. Okay, so here is that gorgeous paper. This is my insert piece. So this is 4 by 5 1/4, and my strip of designer series paper is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4 of an inch. So that is my insert. Yeah, Damon and Allie's anniversary is not till Thursday, but neither one of them watch any of my videos, so I'm okay to be sharing this card now. All right, so our embossed piece. And when you put this on your card, make sure you take a little look-see to make sure that it is in the right orientation, because there are some words in here that you can make out. There's a 4 right there, there's fade right there, and so you want to make sure, the persnickety part of me says you want to make sure that that is in the right orientation on your card front. Okay. And we're just adjusting slightly. So do you guys craft much in the summer? I craft all year long. There's never a time where I'm not crafting. I even brought stuff up to the cottage to try to get ahead. I was cutting for my class, my Christmas in July, which is not till the 14th and the 16th. I've got the Thursday night and the Saturday morning. And I have my seniors class on the 14th, so I was getting prepared for that as well, trying to get things ahead so I have time to play with all this new stuff. All right, so I just cut off the excess, and I'm just going to come around here and I'm just going to lop off that edge there, because I'm going to bring my roof right over top of that. So yes, I would love to know what is your, oh, I really like that, I need that, or I've got that from the holiday catalog and the celebration brochure. What are your top picks? All right, what did I do with, oh, I left it over here. My roof here, better put that lid on that. I like sets like this that you can use for multiple. I love it when they give us a stamp set that has greetings, sentiments for all different occasions. It's so that it's not just your one occasion that you've got to use it for. I also started my planning for my classes coming up. If there's a certain type of class you would like to see me offer, please let me know. And paper shares, I forgot to mention when I was live on Wednesday, I've been asked about holding a paper share. I haven't done one in a few years because I just didn't have the interest. So let me know if you would be interested in a paper share. That's where you get a variety, a quarter pack of however many papers that I include in the paper share. You're going to get a quarter package of each of them. Cut up into 6 by 6 squares. So you can see I'm just going to I'm going to put my roof on just like that. So if you would be so kind to reach out and let me know if that is something that would interest you. I'm just putting a titch of glue on there, and then I will hold it together better with the with a mini dimensional. All right, so set that aside for the moment. So my paper here, I've taken that piece and if you put it together, you can see it's all one piece, and then it's cut into, what is it? It's 1 inch by 3.5 inches. So I've cut them all into 1 inch by 3.5 inch strips. Now you could put it just like this on your card front. However, I decided to kind of have it overlap a little bit, this way and that way. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to kind of play with it and see how exactly I want it to sit. And I'm having it so that the pieces that actually would flow, the other part of it, they are together on here. So let's just scoot you down just a bit so that if it looks like it's one piece, if you know what I'm saying. Like right here, you can see that this piece here, the left piece is the right beside the right piece type of deal. I don't know how to say it. Words are hard for me this morning. All right, so what I'm going to do is this one here, we're going to put that down first. So, and it doesn't matter really how you put it down. I just know that I want it not, whoops, I think I wanted it that way a bit. I wanted it not like in a straight line. I wanted it kind of wonky-ish. All right, so then that's going to overlap that, and that might be a little too far down, but that's all right because we're going to put, after all that scooching at the start, so then I'm going to put that up a bit. And just a fun way to not be quite so persnickety about your, how you're laying it down, how you're attaching it. So there we have it. Cute. Let me wipe my fingers here. Good morning, Tammy. Thanks for joining. All right, so then you've got to decide, how do you want your tree ring? Because it's not a circle, it's not quite an oval, it's kind of a wonky shape. So you have to decide how you want that on your card front. And then of course your house and your hearts. And I've got, my house is popped up on dimensionals, and my hearts, 2 are down flat, and then the third one is up. So let's move that out of the way for the moment. And over here are my dimensionals. So as you can see, I didn't need to put a whole lot of glue on the back here because I am using my dimensionals to kind of hold it together. All right, so, and I'm thinking I want it this way, and it's okay if your house hangs off a little bit. And then let's see, how do we want our hearts? We want them kind of like they've been thrown down. My visual in my head is that they're kind of like scattered, like this. So I'm going to take, with my house sitting beside, excuse me, and I'm just putting a teeny tiny bit of glue on the back of the first one. And we are going to put you about here. And this is going to come down slightly because my sentiment, my happy anniversary, is going to come across the bottom like that. So I'm being spatially aware, so to speak, as to how I am placing my different elements. And then this has just got a little bit of glue on it as well. It does not have to be glued down flat. All right, we're going to be scoot you down just slightly. And every time you do this, it's going to be a little different. And then we're going to put one big one. Nope, that's too big. We're going to put a little one right in the middle. And we're going to pop you. Do we want to pop that there? Let's put our house on first. Get this, all my backing off. And then let's pop our house down right about there. Come on, get off my fingers. Now let's take a look and make sure, yep, that looks good. So then, what do we want? No, I think let's put you there. Give that a little press. And then we need some big dimensionals on the back here. And when we do our sentiment, we're going to stack our dimensionals so that it's not wonky, because I am going to have, it's going to be with all the different layers that it's flowing across. So it's not going to be just a one-dimensional type of situation. All right, so house goes here. Lift that up to make sure my house is on there looking straight. Okay. Then, because as you can see, I'm going to have this kind of overlap with this. So you can tell when I lift that up that that is way more than one-dimensional. So you can see here, I've got 2 stacked dimensionals. I'm just waiting for my camera to, the delay is crazy. All right, so is it showing? So anyhow, there's 2 dimensionals under there. So, but before we do that, we want to make a double bow right here. So you're going to take a length of your linen thread, use the heat of your hands to straighten that out, just like that. Snip that off, and then go the other way so that you're getting the opposite end as well. There. Fold it in half, like that. And yes, I've got an excessive amount, but I'm okay with that little bit of waste. And then through. Use my thumbs, put them in there, holding on like this at the bottom, the tails, and giving it a tug so that it's looking somewhat similar, those loops. And then holding your center. That looks like it's going to be a nice size. Pull your tails together and snip. And then you can adjust afterwards. So we're going to bring in our mini glue dots. And we're going to bring one, fold it in half. And I know my sentiment is going to be right here. So I'm going to take and put my glue dot right there. And here we have that. So we need to, Happy has the stacked dimensionals. So 1 and whoop, 2. So that's giving us that height we need. As well, the knot from the bow here, you can see, is sticking up a bit as well. So you know you've got to have your bit, and then about here, I think, in the center. You know you've got to have that covered. Oh. All right, so now we just add, I'm fumbling, we just add at the top here a titch of glue, just like that, and now you could put a part of a dimensional under here so that it holds up as well. So we're going to snip that one down. So we're just going to take on the side here and grab, take that off, grab that. Come on. So we've got a nice little piece here, and then we can tuck that there so that it is nice and stable. And we just have to, you don't want your tails sticking out off of the card. And there we have that cute anniversary card. What do you guys think? Did you even notice this bundle in the catalog? Again, that is on page 60. What is it? 62. So there we have it on page 62. So the bundle is $72.75. So that, by purchasing that bundle, you can automatically choose that fabulous paper here on page 7. And look at all of the samples they have given us with that gorgeous paper. So just the bundle price alone is going to get you a free celebration item. So celebration, they are $60, free with a $60 order or free with a $120 order. That's before tax and shipping. So we have the Hippest Hippos. This is part of my Saturday Soiree September edition. They also have the coordinating dies. We've got this gorgeous paper, the Rings of Love. We've got cards and envelopes, Pool Party and Soft Sea Foam. We've got this adorable stylish sketches. These are all free with 60. And then the last free with 60 is the silver and gold 6x6 paper. And then here we've got, this is where the start of our free with $120 purchase. So the icon, right, there's no mistaking it. You can see free with a $120 purchase. Tree Lot Dies, free with $120. This goes with Trees for Sale stamp set in this catalog, the mini catalog. We've got a bundle, the Wonderful World, that's designer series paper and a stamp set. Lots of samples here with that. And then the host, if you have a $375 order, then you get this for free. So that is all for me today. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you liked today's card. Please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, as well as click that notification bell. And I'm going to end with a little promotion here. My Saturday Soiree September edition, the registration is now open. This is a virtual event. There are 12 projects. You create 12 projects, and there's videos for each one of the 12 projects. It's like 3 classes all together in one. There's fun, there's prizes. I like to do a little challenge as well. So it's registration ends on August the 1st. So you've got a month to let me know. This is for Canadians only. I am so sorry. I cannot ship products out of the country. Hello, Karen. Thanks for joining. Thank you. I hope Damon and Allie like this card as well. So if you're shopping in my online store and your order is under $200, please use this month's host code. If your order is over $200, don't use the code, as you will get your own rewards from Stampin' Up. And I definitely want you to get your own rewards. All right, that's it for me today. Have a great rest of your Monday. Have a fabulous 4th of July, my American friends. And I will see you back here on Wednesday at 1 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. All right, bye for now.